4th floor walk up. Had to get now. It's like moving into a new apartment. I talked to you before the podcast just to prime you up a little bit. You said you haven't moved for 3 or 4 years.
It's been about and right now I realize 2016, so 5 years.
5 years.
It's been 5 years.
Well, I haven't moved for 10. I teared up.
Yeah.
I believe the common sensitive people call it crying.
Yeah.
Before I left my apartment, I was in tears, leaving Dan Soder, leaving everything that I held dear to me, which is not much, and then moved, and Mike and Colin helped, and now it's getting used to the new apartment. I'm not used to walking up 4 flights of stairs because I lived on the 1st floor. I'm not used to my bedroom door, which is doesn't fit the frame. It's one of those old wooden doors, and every time you enter, it feels like you're barging in.
Yeah.
So when I have to go to the bathroom at night, which I do a couple times a night because of my prostate,
and you're probably
I'm yelling at the fans because they know I have to go to the bathroom a couple of times a night. But then when I come back in, I have to. It's like I'm a SWAT team kicking the door in.
Right.
And Katie Hannigan doesn't care for that. She wakes up and goes, "Well, nah," and it's like I'm startling her.
Well, you gotta look at the bright side of everything, though. Maybe you're also strengthening her resolve. Maybe now if anybody does barge in, she's like, I could fucking deal with this.
Now she's ready.
Now she's ready.
You're a ninja.
I
mean, I never thought.
I'm sorry, doesn't Katie already get startled very easily?
Thank you, Shannon, for bringing that in. Katie has a startling problem, Sean. I don't know if you know that or not.
I didn't know this about her.
I'll be in the other room.
Yeah.
She knows I'm in the other room. She'll be in the kitchen. I walk from the other room into the kitchen. I go, hey, and she goes, ah! She's already startled. Great point, Shannon.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to bring it up. One time was outside of a show. We were both on. The wind blew really hard. And she, almost fainted.
Flips out.
Almost fucking fainted just out of complete shock.
Well, I mean, she probably likes the wind blowing hard because she leaves all the cupboards and drawers open. So she is kind of like the wind. It's like the song, She's Like the Wind.
It was about Katie Hannigan.
It's about Katie Hannigan.
Yeah.
She is actually like the wind. She leaves all the shit open and has no explanation for it. Because I didn't even realize I did that.
Yeah.
And my take in is that I think it's kind of a Midwest thing. She's pro-tornado, doesn't like to admit it. And she's marking her territory. Oh, this is what happens during a tornado. It's a it's a Wizard of Oz. It's a Midwest thing.
It's a very, somewhere, a house is going to land on someone.
Yeah.
And she's going to be into that. She's going to be into that.
Yeah. And I fucking get pissed. I become the Wicked Witch of the West. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I was waiting for a horn. Didn't happen. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to fucking cry about it, Shannon.
You kind of did, Mike.
A little bit. I got to side with Shannon on this
I
one.
threw a tantrum.
But that's
I threw a mini tantrum. So I couldn't, and then the toilet was running. So walk up, barging into the bedroom, every time you walk in.
Like you said running, so it's just got that constant
No, it's not constant. It would run and then stop and then run, then stop. Landlord came over and he's like, you got to get something. I've been to the hardware store maybe 15 times looking for shit that I had no idea even existed. Oh, do you have the part of the toilet that connects to the handle that the inside? I don't even know the terms. It's like it connects to 4 different things. I can pronounce one of them. Do you have that? They don't even know what I'm talking about.
The toilet noose.
The toilet noose?
The toilet noose. When you look into a toilet,
yes.
Do you have a standard?
Yeah, it's standard.
Standard, just like the flush handle right there.
Yes.
Okay, like when you open up that top, it's connected to a little rod that has the noose
string. It's a noose.
It could be a noose because then it just when you flip it hangs that little rubber part.
The rubber part. And I don't know what the rubber part is called. It was called
the criminal, the convict. It hangs the convict.
Well, you got your own. That's why you're great. It's because you have your own creative world going in there. You've got the toilet is like the Old West, where it's like there's a noose, hanging a criminal,
horse thief. Sometimes I call it the horse thief. Yeah.
And the little plastic is the horse thief.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck trying to explain that to somebody who works at a hardware store. Because I've tried, not in those creative terms, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm trying to describe it. It's like the chain that holds the plastic. They're like, what? They have no idea. Yeah. They just want to get off work. They don't even want to be there half the time.
Yeah.
So
they're trying to get off the moment they clock in.
Yeah. And as a result, it's like they're not trying to understand. I'm not being articulate, so it's my fault. But they're not trying to understand you at all either. They're going, yeah, no, I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
And I understand. You probably want to get the fuck out of that toilet
get
store.
the fuck out of here and everything. But I need help.
Store.
I need help, or else I'm going to be swimming in my own shit.
Do you ever go to these hardware stores though, in like the smaller mom and pop or uncle and aunt joints? You know what I mean?
Those are great.
Those are great, and then but then
people know what they're talking about because they live hardware.
Right, but then sometimes they're too helpful. Where they're like, well, if you're gonna get the toilet news, why not get a new toilet altogether? And you end up walking out of there with a brand new toilet that, you ever go for a toilet news and leave with the toilet? I mean, that's a day.
That's an upsell.
That's an upsell.
That's a great hardware
and
store.
You feel good doing it. You feel good paying more because you're keeping that place afloat like a turd in a toilet. Like a starchy turd in a toilet.
You're bringing it back.
Yeah.
Sean.
Also, real quick, have you seen the new toilet things where it's like the circle, the new flushing system? It's like the circle where one side is a smaller flush for peeps, for pee-pees and spittles.
Oh,
and
yes, I have seen that. Those are the toilets.
Vomits.
Those are the toilets that don't work.
Yeah, they tend to crap out. They tend to crap out.
That got one. That deserved it, and it got one.
Yeah.
And it's good to know that the system is still in place.
Yeah.